The day your first real paycheck arrives feels different from anything before it. Not because of the amount, but because for the first time in your life, the money is entirely yours. No allowance conditions, no parental approval required. Just a number sitting in your account, waiting. And in that moment, something strange happens inside the human brain. Every suppressed desire from the last 22 years quietly lines up. The phone you wanted, the shoes, the dinner you could never justify, the trip you bookmarked 3 years ago. And society has a very clear message prepared for exactly this moment. You earned it. Treat yourself. You deserve this. Which is true, and also one of the most financially dangerous sentences ever invented. Because what happens in the first 90 days after your first real income quietly shapes the next decade of your financial life. Most people spend their first salary before it arrives. Not literally, but mentally. The wish list builds during the wait. And the moment money lands, decisions happen emotionally, not strategically. This is called lifestyle creep, and it moves frighteningly fast. 1 month, you are excited about affording groceries without anxiety. 3 months later, you cannot imagine life without a streaming subscription, a gym membership, weekly food delivery, and a car payment that felt reasonable at the time. Each addition felt justified, each one small individually. Together, they quietly consumed everything. And here is the uncomfortable part. Nobody warns you about the gap. The gap between what your salary looks like on paper and what actually remains after taxes, rent, transport, food, and the subscriptions you forgot you signed up for. That gap is where financial lives are quietly decided. Wealthy families teach something specific about first income. The moment money starts arriving regularly, two decisions become permanent. What percentage leaves immediately for the future, and what percentage funds today? Most people reverse this accidentally. They fund today completely, then save whatever remains. And life is extremely talented at ensuring nothing remains. So, the smartest thing a person can do with their first salary has nothing to do with investment genius. No complicated strategy. No perfect timing. Just one boring decision, made before the money feels real. Automate a percentage out before you touch it. 10%, 15% if possible, before the lifestyle builds around the full amount. Because once your brain normalizes a spending level, cutting back feels like punishment. But living below a number you never fully experienced, that barely registers. Here is what nobody tells you about the first paycheck. It is not really about the money. It is about the habit architecture you build around it. The first salary creates the template. Every raise, every bonus, every income increase afterward will expand to fill whatever container you built at the beginning. The person who automates investment from day one and lives on the rest builds a wealth container that grows with every income increase. And the person who spends everything first builds a lifestyle container that also grows with every income increase. Same raises, same promotions, completely different destinations. Because money follows systems, not intentions. And the most powerful system you will ever build is the one you build before the habits feel permanent. Your first paycheck is not a reward. It is a test, disguised as a gift. And most people do not realize which one it was until the next decade quietly reveals the answer.